Carol Haycox. I'm just going to show you how to do the Perman Orchid. Take a piece of orange flower paste. You only need a small piece, about 2 peas together, about the size of this. Now, when you're working with this, I'm going to use a smaller rolling pin. It just makes it easier for me to do. So for it, I'm making just a little cone like so. But keep this fat piece, roll here, so that you're opening all this out. And now just put your finger on, so although you've got a fat piece, you don't want it too thick. And that's that. I'm just going to dab a little corn flour on the board here to make sure it moves for me. When you take the center of your orchid, if you have a look, you've got 4 little pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, that are squared off. And then there's one little piece that is rounded. The rounded side just gets cut into the fat piece here. And if you move everything like so, pull your paste away, you'll get a nice clean cut. Pop it out, and there it is. Now I hope that's visible, that you can see that one is fatter than these 4. Okay, let's pop that aside for a second. I'm putting this onto my pad. Now I'm using the veining tool. The fat side I'm just bringing in here, and you can see I've made a little crevice in there, just a little, like so. Then on the sides here, go to the thinner side. Now hold it like you'd hold a pen, so it's up like so, and now pull at these, so you're frilling the very edges. Don't worry if it breaks a tad, that's okay. And like so. Now I have a 26 gauge wire here. I've got a tiny little hook in it. I've done this using my very narrow tweezers. Pop this into some glue. Don't go mad with your glue. Little tiny piece on there. I have a habit of just taking it like so, just to make sure there's no real blob in there. And pop your wire onto your fat piece. I'm just going to push at it, pick it up and turn. And you can see then we've made a tube-like piece. Try and hide your wire as much as you possibly can. Hold on and turn. There's a little tiny piece of your wire shown. Don't panic, because you can paint over it. Now I'd leave this to dry. Leave it on this side. I would give it half an hour at least before you take to your next piece. Now for the same reason, it's easier to insert something into a piece of paste that has a little bit of a back to it. So when we do this, although we don't need a Mexican hat, if you do a flat piece like so, and when you're rolling, just be aware that you're just leaving a very tiny piece in the middle that's just a bit thicker than the rest. That's for your benefit, because it makes it easier for you. Okay. And pick up a little bit of corn flour. Put the center of this, they're all the same, the center of this, so the fat piece is in the center. Make sure it cuts clean, pull away, and it's cut clean for you. And then onto your forming pad. I open up with my ball tool, so I'm going to use this side of my ball tool, not really the ball, but the underside of it. And so as you approach each one, you just rock it. Just really, you're rubbing the paste and opening it up. Again, I don't hold on to the paste. I try not to touch it except with the tool that I'm working with. Turn the pad as you go, and each one is opened. Now I like to vein this, so what I'm going to do is turn this so that it just goes like so, and I've got a veining mat here. So each one of these, just gently vein it. You can see the vein, I think, a bit clearer as you do. As you pick this up, you're going to take the knife and scriber tool, because it has a point on it here. I pick this up, you've got a tiny piece in there, and just open it. Very slightly open it. Push, push, push. So you can see where I've opened it up. Touch of glue inside. And then we're going to go back to our center. Insert, pull down. And there we are. As this dries off, I tend to make a second one, and then I come back to the first one and I move these to where I want them to be. So if you've given them 2 minutes, it's better. And that's it. That's basically how you do it. And then you can put them, 3 or 4 of them together. Paint them obviously to your chosen colour. Bend the wire like so. And bring a few together with some green tape. Of course, one has fallen apart because I've only just done it. And there we are. And just finish off with your green tape. It's not going to stay for me. Like so.